Every rose has its thorns, just as every good situation happens with adversity in life. And to be successful in any business venture as an entrepreneur would demand more than just starting up new ventures every day, only to expect huge amount of gains overnight. This is a platform, Humble Beginning, where to look at performance and achievement in any walk of life, to present to our viewers successful business entrepreneurs across the globe with strong, assertive, who are sensitive to guide those living in the ghettos and among others who are disconnected socially, economically, politically, educationally, and psychologically.
If you cast back our mind, know where we came from, know where we stand. So let's show how much we have gained, and we tell it abroad,
so we can give to someone who deserves our care. Let's give to someone in need. Let's give to someone who cares. Let's give to somebody, someone in need. Let's give to someone in need. Let's give to someone who cares. Let's give to someone, because God is love. Whoa, let's express our gratitude while we teach them to overcome. Smiles could revive a weary heart.
so let's not despise the great work God has done for you and me,
For you and me.
Hello viewers, join me as we welcome back our guests to the second segment of this program. And in case you are joining us for the first time, we'll be talking with our guest, Mr. Abolariwa Salami, a solicitor, a great solicitor who studied from the University of Lagos, and he is our chief guest for today. So why don't you join me as we welcome back the guest? Put your hands together while Mr. Salami, you are welcome back.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yes. This segment, the aspect of this segment is actually to touch life. This is a segment where we use to reach out to some people who are dreaming, some people who are praying to be like you. You know, there are so many people out there who doesn't even know how to start up. There is a saying that in life there can never be a starting without a commitment, and there can never be a finishing without consistency. But the first thing so far is to start from somewhere. So there are so many people out there who are confused. and they are the people that this program is meant for. So we want to touch life, we want to mentor people through your success stories as you have been talking to us. We also want to motivate them. We want to put some life. We want to change the mindset, the orientation, to encourage them to also start. Some people will want to start with vocational skills and all of that. Through this program, I'm sure that we will challenge people like that. You have listened to our short music clip titled Don't Despise Your Days of Little Beginning, put together by BMK Media Productions. We want to ask or want to hear from you. What is your take about that music?
That music is a perfect music for every one of us to underscore the point that they say a little drop of water makes the mighty ocean.
Yes.
And if we think deeply, we will know that today you are saying, oh, somebody is fat, somebody has a big belly, somebody has a big this, a big that, this and that. But go and ask, how did we start? When we were born, we start what? Little, very small. Even then, when they want to carry you, they be careful. They will say, oh, Mr. So person, you don't have to carry a new baby. See, all of us were a new baby of those days, or so many years ago. Now see how we are. But because there was commitment on the part of our parents, our guidance, they saw us through. That's where the commitment you talked about came in.
Thank you.
And see the consistency. See where we are now. They were committed and they were consistent in what they are doing. And today, we are graduating to be children, to now be fathers, and we are not even fathers to our parents. That were our father and mother those days.
Exactly.
See the commitment. So God is not only the music is only passing that message, that natural message, that there's no way you cannot start big at a go. You have to do what? You have to start small. Because the way we were even born, the way we grew up, it wasn't as if we were born today and tomorrow we're like how we are now. So you have to take one step another. Even by the time you want to start walking, you can't just stand up and the same day and say, okay, well, thank God my children is walking now, not be walking. So when you ruminate, you ponder on how things happen. Tell me one thing that happened as a whole.
Yes.
I can't except natural disaster. That's the only thing I can just say. People that, oh, just in a day, you just woke up and you saw a building totally collapse. But go and ask, it took them how many years, how many days, how many months, how many weeks before they put up that building.
85.
so that is to
permit me to ask, because you are the voice of the masses. Is there policies you think government should put in place that would affect beginners?
Ordinarily, what even motivated me to even study law is what you just mentioned. Because I know all of us cannot be in government. All of us cannot be kings. And we cannot be in position of authority. But there are some professions you are into. Even if you are the most junior in that profession, you have a responsibility already. What you say in one way or the other, whether they are listening to it or not, but it will still carry weight. You have that responsibility, that audacity to say what you are saying. As I'm seated here, they say charity begins at home. In the disability community, I'm a leader. Leading them because I'm looking for, not because I'm looking for what to eat, but I'm looking for a way of a way of emancipating persons with disability and calling government to order.
Please, can you put your hand for that? Yes, that is the voice.
So to be alert to their responsibilities. So we have different engagements at Lagos State level, I was part of, we've met the governor at the disability office. You have regular meetings and communications telling them on what to do, what you think the disability community require. And as I'm sitting there, I'm the current NAB, Nigerian of the Blind, chairman for Lagos State chapter.
Wow! Welcome. You're welcome to the house.
Yes.
Continue.
Yes, and also I'm an active member of Association of Lawyers with Disability in Nigeria. So all those things were put together just to say that, okay, well, you know, if you don't blow your trumpet, at times nobody will blow it for you. So we see the need that, those of us that we think relatively will be able, against all odds, will be able to surmount that the pressure of disability. So we don't want others coming behind us to have that kind of horrific experiences we had running our own days. That's why we are trying to see that things are done. Like, you know, when we're in university those days, you rely on people to read to you. But these days, computer is around, and we are making the system to be alert and to be aware of how they can make those books accessible to blind people, those buildings accessible to those on wheelchair on crutches, those information accessible to those that cannot hear, that need a sign language. Those are our projects, and we'll make sure that we not relent.
But I hope government is listening. They are doing some.
Yes. Well, you know, like somebody with my mentor of blessed memory, Mr. Bamidele Aturu, he said something. He said, Bolaniwa, you see, the only thing we don't have in Nigeria now is a law to implement the laws.
Laws to
implement the law.
Wait, how to say it again?
That we need a law to implement the laws. That virtually everything is being regulated. We have law on virtually everything, but where is the will to implement the law? But you know, at times, whether they like it or not, whether as a matter of responsibility or they use their church mind, we still achieve some things. It may not be as fast as we want it, but to say that we are still static, that may not be correct.
Thank you. Hello, viewers. You are hearing from the horse's mouth, and those in the government too. I hope you can see this. I'm not the one that said that. We need a law, or we need laws.
We need a law to implement the laws.
So that things can work right and efficiently. Please, we will take another short break. Put your hands together for this wonderful guest. Put your hands, please. We take another short break, and when we come back, we will conclude this program finally. Thank you. Hello viewers, you are welcome once again. I remain Ben Millers, the chief host of this program, Humble Beginning. And just as I explained before, this program is to touch humanity in a way, aspects that is bordering on our existence. And in case you have forgotten, we are still talking with the barrister, our solicitor in the house, Barrister Salami. So please, can we welcome back Barrister on this final segment of the program by putting your hands together. All right. Please, Barrister, this is the last segment of this program, and we are going to introduce you to what we usually do. The program is, or the segment is, to touch life with what we have as BMK Media game. Okay, it's a box. In the box we have lots of people, list of people in the box. Some of them are physically challenged. We have some of them that are present today. We invited some of them, and you are going to pick from the box just one person Okay, and whomever you pick, by God's grace, we would expect you to express your concerns through the program. It could be in terms of mentorship, it could be in terms of empowerment, it could be in terms of motivation, it could be in terms of tutoring. But in the long run, we want to touch life. In the long run, we want someone whom you pick to come back on this program to testify about your presence. And that is the final segment of this program where we are heading to. So we have in the box, BMK Media box, and this is a box. Barrister, we are going to open it. When we open it, you will dip hand and pick just one name. Then we introduce you to the family. Thank you. This is the box, so you just pick one. It's okay. Thank you. All right. Let me return the box. Okay. So, Barrister, can I have it now so that I can read before the audience? You have picked on the family. This is a family named Mr. and Mrs. Efosa. Oh, these are the lucky family of this program, Mr. and Mrs. Efosa. Can you please put your hands together? Yes, please, our audience and our guests too. We have many of those families. They are seated here, and we will now invite the lucky family, which is Mr. and Mrs. Efosa, already seated. Please, can you encourage by putting your hands together? Encourage them. All right. You are welcome to the house, Mr. and Mrs. Efosa. Please, our audience, the family you are just watching, I don't know how to talk about it, but they are husband and wife, but have speech and hearing impairments. By that, you can understand that they cannot communicate just like you and I are privileged. They hardly hear or even understand just like you and I are privileged today. And you can see the crying faces of the children. They are all in need. Anyone will ask, how do they live together? How do they produce this beautiful offspring? And we're going to find out also to know ways at which this program can put smiles to them, ways at which this program can alleviate their plight. And that is this segment. Mr. Efosa, you are welcome. Mrs. Efosa, you are welcome. Can you greet your audience? Okay, thank you. Can you write? Okay. Efosa. Efosa. Can you write your name? Let me see. Write Efosa. Oh, you have written it already. Yes. Oh, you can write Mr. Efosa. Thank you. Mr. Efosa, listen to my question. Just pay attention. Let me write for you. Yeah. Mr. Efosa. Efosa. What do you want this program to do for you? Mr. Efosa, what do you want this program to do for you? Mr. Efosa, you read this and respond back. Hello, boy, can you write something? Oh, okay, this is camera, please. This is the question, and I can get his response. This is well done. Are you a welder? You know how to weld? Wow. Okay. Are you a welder? Yes. What of your wife? Okay, your wife. Okay. Your wife, you are a fashion designer. You tell her. Okay. All right. Okay, so viewers, my beautiful audience, we have the husband and wife. The husband is into welding work, while the wife is a fashion designer, if I may get from what they have written here. So Mr. Efosa, what do you want as a welder? Welder, yes. What do you want? Yes, what do you want as a welder to help to make your work easier for you? Okay, tank. Okay, this is TANK, tank. Our guest, from what I'm gathering from Mr. Efosa, whom you pick, he is a welder, and the wife is a fashion designer. Yes, a tailor. And I have asked him to know what this program can do for him. And now that we have you here, from what he gave out, he wrote something relating to tank. What do you do with tank?
Well, if I may
Yes.
come in, I want to assume maybe what they are trying to say, maybe tank is one of their raw materials to do most of this. Maybe what they are trying to get is a support to get the tools for the profession, for what they are into, which is welding and tailoring respectively.
Okay.
Well, and as you said, fortunately for them, and fortunately for us too, they reside in Lagos.
Yes.
And they're in Lagos. And currently, like I said, there's a commitment on the part of Lagos government as we speak to empower persons with disability.
Please put your hands together, my audience, please. Thank you.
So vocationally, too, and in terms of tools to practice their trade.
Yes.
Well, from what we gathered now, they've already learned that vocation. What they want to do now is to practice the trade,
Career.
the career. So as much mentorship, we're fine. At least they've been mentored to the fact that even if they cannot hear or they cannot speak, but they scaled the hurdle of learning, and I think they might have learned from those that can speak or hear. Exactly. So that's another that they've scaled through. So what I think will happen now is that is the second aspect that will be into. Maybe what they will need to do, they need to expatiate. Maybe by way of a forwarding letter to your communication.
Okay.
Telling us the details of what they require to practice. I mean, those machines that they require for that particular, for their respective
trades.
Vocation.
Yeah.
So once you get that, please just get across to me, bring it. I personally take it to you.
Put your hands together. It's not easy.
Yes.
Thank you.
I personally take it to, there's an office we call Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA. I personally take it there, discuss with the GM, so that if two of them cannot even be covered in this current one, we make sure that one of them is covered, and that particular machine is either in kind or in cash, is provided to the best of the ability of the provision that is available. So that is what I think will pay us now, because there's a structure on ground and there's a provision on ground. So what they need to do is just to tap into that provision, and that's what I've undertaken
Thank you, and God bless. Thank you, because you have rightly said something, and we also have other physically challenged persons in the house. Some of them that are not privileged. Okay, some of them that were not privileged, like two of them, that whose name are also on the box, and we pray and believe that at any time opportunity profiles to have you, you will always honor us. And,
maybe what we do is this: now that maybe whether picked or not picked, those that are here today, you can get their details and their names.
Wow, please put your hands together. Thank you.
Yes, if they are in the same line with the plans and programs of government for vocational training and co, we can still get one discussed at the same level.
Thank you. Please put your hands. What else can we ask for? Yeah, Mr. Efosa. Did you hear what?
No.
Mr. Efosa. Okay, the Oga in the house, our Oga Pata in the house that is sitting here, is going to take your matter to the government. Huh? So we are going to work together so that you write your letter, yes. Both of you write your letter, okay? State your trade, state what you want. What will make you to own your workshop to do your wedding. So he is going to take it to government. Are you happy? Yes, and you too. You know how to use teller, beautiful teller. So you know how to handle machine. Okay, you need machine, right? You need a machine. So Oga is hearing here. So when this program is over, we will come back together, come up with a beautiful letter, and we will send it to him. He is representing the government. So he is going to take this letter to the government on your behalf, and you'll be happy. Can you put your hands together? Thank you, viewers. On behalf of BMK Media, we want to thank you, our solicitor, for coming, for taking your time to pass through hassles of the day. I'm sure you know the traffic, and you were able to come here, okay, all the way from Ikeja to locate us here. Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Ikeja, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to thank you, and we pray that as you're going back, God will take you home successfully.
Amen.
As we hope to get back to you very soon. We want to thank you and thank our members of audience, those who have been witnessing this program, those who have been sharing this program. We say hi to you.
Wow! Hello viewers, this is where we draw the curtain for today's program. I believe you have been immensely touched. Once again, do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For now, stay safe and goodbye.